Okay, so today we're gonna try and fix this pressure cooker. It's a smart cooker 238 model. It just stopped working in the middle of cooking. The power went off. So I'm gonna try and figure out how to fix this. As you can see, the power is connected, but there's no power. So we're gonna take it out. I'm gonna take out the power cable here. The first thing I wanna check is to make sure that there is power on this cable. So I'm going to use my multimeter and we're going to test for power. We're going to put it on 200 volts. There we are. So we've got 122 volts, which means that this cable works, and the problem is with the machine itself. So we're going to open it up and see what to do. So the first thing to do is to open the back here and the bottom. So as you can see, this ventilated cover, it's got one screw on it, and then it's got a slide. So I'm gonna do the slide out. There it is, it's out. So now we're gonna take this part here so that we can access the cables inside. What I'm looking for is where the power breaks. So in other words, on the power input, I will use my tester to trace the continuity to see where it stops, because otherwise I should have power all the way until certain components. So we're taking this out. I'm showing this, but I've already figured out what the problem is. So I'm just doing this for the video so that there can be some education. Okay, open that. So I need to get access to these cables. I want to take this plug out. This is where the main input voltage and power comes in. So I'm going to take that out. There's a clip at the bottom, which is slightly awkward to remove, but it's doable. There is a clip there, that there. And then you just push this down. There we are. It comes out. So that being out, my next move is to look for where the fuse might be. But let's first take out the full bottom. So I'm going to take out the power mechanism completely, all the components. Okay, so this is what we are after. We want to take that out. And then I'm also going to disconnect this cable. This cable goes to the switch. So we're going to take that out. Okay, so this component is out. That gives us enough access to this computer process. I call it a computer or motherboard, whatever it is. The mechanism that controls this. So what we want to establish is where the break in power is. This is the power cable, the neutral, and obviously the earth that's coming from outside. So I'm going to trace each one of them to see that I have continuity. This is my multimeter. I'm going to put it on continuity, being that part there. And I'm going to trace the various cables. So let's start with the neutral cable. So I'll put my probe here on this one side, and I'm gonna go to the next point. I hear the sound, so that means I have continuity there. So I hear the sound, so the blue wire, which is the neutral, all the way to the motherboard has continuity, so we have no problem with that wire. Let's check the red wire. So the red wire, I'm gonna put my probe this way. There's my probe with the red wire. Here's where the wire goes. It comes all the way. It's got a covered part here. And then here from the covered part, as you can see, is this one here. It comes right here. So I want to see if there's continuity all the way here. Nothing. I don't hear any sound. So we don't have any continuity on the red. That already tells me where the problem is. So it means that inside here, this tube, That's where there is a fuse. It's called a thermal fuse. And this is the fuse that I think has blown. So I'm gonna try test again with the fuse out. So we open the fuse cover. Obviously this is a protection. So we're gonna open that and we now have access to our fuse. This is our fuse. Let's do the continuity test again. If I come to the source, which is coming from the mains, the 120 volts, I follow the red line, it comes here to the fuse. I have continuity on this side of the fuse. If I go to the other side of the fuse, I have no continuity. So this fuse is blown. It's not allowing current to go through to come to the machine here, which is why this machine is off. What we're gonna do, because I tested this before, so I already knew this. I have bought new fuse, and this is the fuse that I bought from Amazon for about $5. They come as a set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them, I only need one. I made sure to get the right fuse. So this is a fuse that is, the temperature level here is 192 degrees Celsius. And that's exactly the same fuse that I got. It's meant for this type of mechanism or motors. As you can see, it is the same. This is a 192 degrees Celsius. So we've got the right fuse. So I'm gonna cut this fuse off and replace it with this fuse. Now, to make sure that you do the right thing, what we wanna do is to make sure that we follow how this fuse are so we don't mess up the polarity. As you can see, the old fuse is covered at the front here. This one is black. The new fuse that I've got is also covered, but it's obviously blue. So I am going to make sure that the connection of this fuse is like this. So in other words, from the point where the power comes in, the colored and coated part is this side, and then it exits, the power exits this way. That's what we're gonna do.
Go.
Okay, just to be certain this fuse works, I want to also test continuity on the fuse itself before we even put it in. There we have it. You've got the continuity, you can hear the sound. You do not have the same sound on this fuse, which is blown. When I come here and put it like that, there is no sound. So clearly there is the problem. So we're gonna fix that by soldering in a new fuse into this slot here. So we're gonna cut this out, remembering the direction. The stuff with the color here, which is coated, faces where the source of the power is, and then the other stuff, it doesn't have it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So here I'm gonna cut the old what do you call it, a fuse, cut it there, and then I'm gonna cut it here. We're gonna discard that. I need to solder this in, just need to create some space, too long. I'll cut that there, and then I'll cut this other one here somewhere. There, we got it. We have our solder here, which we're gonna use. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Let's get that on here. Okay, that looks good also. Okay, last one. Okay, okay, continue. Don't stop. Set to this side. Okay. That's good. Okay. Now we're going to join the wires. So remembering the direction again, this one comes this way. So I'm going to join this too. There we are. Look at this joint. Perfect joint, eh?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so that's soldered in nicely. Let's do the other side. Yeah, it's looking good. So we're gonna join this side. Okay, so we've joined the new fuse. If my theory works, what we wanna see is that when I put the probe on this one side, there should be continuity here. There we are. This is a working fuse as opposed to the one that we just took out, which is dead. The next test will be to put on the power and see if this machine powers up. So I'm gonna close up here again just to cover the fuse with this sleeve that had protected the previous one. The power, and see if we have any power here. There's a lot of voltage here, so you've got to be careful when you do this to make sure you don't touch anything and that nothing doesn't touch where cables are gonna be together. So that's very important. So we need this to connect so that we can test this stuff. So I've connected that. This is connected, this board is connected, nothing is touching anything that it shouldn't touch. I've got that there. So here comes the big discovery. We wanna ensure that there is power. So I'm not gonna connect the power and hope that this can switch on. I hear the sound, that's a powerful thing. Wow, it's done. There the machine comes on, it's live again. Now we fixed this pressure cooker for less than $10. The fuses, I got 6 of them for about $5 from Amazon. I only needed one, so we know next time when it blows, we know what to do. I had anxieties about whether we should toss this machine out and buy another one, but I thought there's no harm trying. And there it is, it's working. I'm gonna put it back together, and the process to put it back together, I'm not gonna film. It's all the reverse of opening it up. Great.